The Gnome Family's Journey. Once upon a time, a gnome family was searching for a new home. Dad, a strong builder, beautiful mom who is a great gardener, and their two kids, 5-year-old Elsa and 7-year-old Lucas, traveled through beautiful woods and mountain valleys. During their long journey, they discovered the most amazing places. They climbed tall mountains, each step bringing them closer to the clouds. From the very top, they could see the whole world stretched out below them, a beautiful blanket of green trees and sparkling rivers. When they came to a wide river, they didn't get their feet wet. Instead, they played a game of rock hopping, carefully leaping from one smooth stone to the next until they reached the other side. When thick bushes blocked their way, Dad used his strong hands and a sturdy stick to clear a path, and Mom made sure they didn't miss any of the beautiful flowers hidden among the leaves. They were also helped by the kind walking trees, who would gently shift their trunks to create a clear path and point with their leafy branches towards the best way to go. Along the path, they saw tiny, smiling flowers that would turn their faces towards the family as they passed, as if cheering them on. And as they journeyed further, they saw magical, kind dragons with scales that shimmered like polished jewels, and soft, feathery wings, and majestic unicorns with pearlescent coats and manes like woven starlight. One day, a friendly dragon let the family hop onto its back and fly them over a big, sparkling lake, which saved them from walking all the way around. The dragon's name was Bumblewing. From there, the family continued again by walking and said goodbye to Bumblewing. Bumblewing winked and said, "See you again someday." Then, after a long time of searching, they finally found it. The tallest hill they had ever seen. The view from the top was more beautiful than they could have ever imagined, with the sun painting the sky in colors of orange, pink, and purple. The hill itself was surrounded by a beautiful flowery meadow, and just down its gentle slope, a clear river ran, perfect for the kids to swim and fetch water for their future sauna. In no time, Dad began building their new rock home. With his powerful gnome hands, he carried the biggest rocks all by himself. One of the rocks was so big and flat that he used it as the perfect roof for their new house. With the home's walls and roof in place, Mom got to work right away. She had carefully gathered smiling flower seeds during their travels, and she planted them all around the yard so the kids would be greeted by happy, cheering flowers every day. Lucas and Elsa played by the river, their laughter echoing through the woods. One morning, the kids discovered that some of the smiling flowers could walk and run. They would play fun games of hide and seek with the flowers, and their favorite game was tag. When it was the flowers' turn to be it, they would giggle and chase after Lucas and Elsa, lightly brushing their leaves against the children's arms to tag them. Soon, their home and garden was ready, and they invited all their gnome friends for a celebration. Lucas and Elsa blew up colorful balloons and used them to decorate the home and yard. The mom prepared a feast of delicious mushroom stew and berry tarts, while the dad put the final glowing stones in the sauna, making it warm and cozy for everyone. Their friends arrived and celebrated with them until the stars filled the sky. Everyone was surprised and delighted when one of the smiling flowers, who was a very talented dancer, began to twirl and leap. Then, its friends joined in, their tiny voices singing a beautiful, happy song about their new home. Once the song was finished, Dad sat by the campfire and told a special story to all the gnome kids. "I remember when we were climbing the biggest mountain," he began, his voice warm and steady. "The path became so steep and difficult that we thought we couldn't go on, but with my special gnome strength, I carried the whole family, one by one, up the hardest, steepest parts. It was tough, but we all worked together and made it to the top. From there, we saw the most beautiful view in the world." After Dad's story was finished, Bumblewing arrived to surprise the family and their friends with the most amazing fire show in the sky. Bumblewing then winked and smiled at the family and disappeared into the sky again. Finally, as the night grew late, the family said goodnight to their friends, waving goodbye as their friends hopped onto their friendly ponies and rode away into the moonlight. After the last pony disappeared into the forest, the family went to their beds. They nestled into their cozy new home, closing their eyes to dream the most wonderful dreams. They dreamt of flying on the soft, feathery wings of the kind dragons and riding on the backs of the majestic unicorns, with their sparkling manes. They dreamt of the beautiful mountain views and the colors the sun painted in the sky. And finally, they dreamt of how beautiful their new home on the hill had become, feeling safe and sound. The end.